$2 million later, they finally asked the question they should have asked on day one. How will we know this helps our customers? I've watched this many times, and it's frightening when nobody has a clear answer. Teams pour months to achieve high levels of AI accuracy, sub 10 millisecond response times, compute architecture able to support millions of transactions. All the technology is there. Yet, after launch, customers don't touch it, or worse, they actively avoid it. Most teams build a technological miracle, test it, then scramble when outcomes fall short. ATDD, acceptance test driven development, reverses that flow. Before writing a single line of code, you define acceptance tests in business terms. Customers complete tasks 30% faster. Support tickets drop by 40%. That keeps the focus on real human impact, not on technical stats. You'll notice there's no mention of code coverage, processing speed, or uptime. Those ensure your system runs, of course, and they don't measure success. Human outcomes do. Imagine a healthcare startup building an AI diagnostic assistant. The old way, build the smartest model, test its accuracy, and deploy it. Their ATDD approach would be radically different. They begin by asking doctors and nurses, what makes you trust an AI recommendation? They respond that understanding what the system is responding. That's what's really important. It needs to be clear and transparent. That's what's paramount for them. So I need to explain this in under 2 minutes. I need a clear low confidence flag when the system is insured. Those are the kind of messages that they're conveying to you because that's what's important. From day one, the implementation team writes tests that align with those statements. Doctors can explain recommendations in plain language. And the system shows flags to signal low confidence. These aren't canned automated scripts. They're human criteria for human challenges. Shift left thinking amplifies ATD's power. Before building features, every interaction starts with mockups in front of real users. Can you explain this to a patient? Do these confidence labels make sense? One session might expose that percentages are hard to interpret, whereas high, moderate, or unsure confidence markers are immediately recognizable. It can also expose unexpected issues early, too. Um, the AI may use terms like differential diagnosis indicates, perfectly clear to doctors, impossible to explain to anxious patients. In mockups, they test plain language alternatives, like based on these symptoms, we're checking for. That's clear, human. We can trust that. When launch day finally arrives, the system has already been tested by its intended users. General adoption is more likely to succeed because the implementation team validated real acceptance criteria from the start. Doctors shaped it, patients understood it. ATTD's magic is in the conversations it sparks. When you ask users to finish the sentence, this succeeds if, you're not gathering requirements, you're uncovering what truly matters to them. So here's how to start today. Gather your actual users, not managers, not proxies, the people who will use what you build. Ask them, this succeeds if, and then listen. Turn their answers into measurable outcomes, not users will like it, 80% will choose this over the old way. Make it quantifiable. Build the simplest prototype you need to test those outcomes. Paper sketches, a manual, Wizard of Oz demo, it's a quick role play incidentally. That's what an MVP really is, not a cheap, defective mock-up that succeeds only in frustrating your customers. Test every iteration against those criteria. When you drift from your desired results, you know immediately and course correct while it's still cheap to do it. Embrace the shift left mindset. Every conversation, sketch, and prototype is a test against your acceptance criteria. NTTD works for any effort, not just software. Planning for an AI transformation? Define success first. Restructuring a team? Validate that the new structure will yield the outcomes that you're expecting. Define those outcomes. That's how you will be able to recognize them before you reorganize. Introducing new policies? Prove that they change behavior before you roll them out. When you combine ATDD with shift left thinking, you don't just build faster, you build smarter. You don't just catch defects, you prevent entire categories of failure. So, where in your work could you apply this? What initiative would you rescue by defining success before building? Let us know in the comments. And if you'd like to learn more about how shift left mindset supports ATDD practices, click one of these. I'll be happy to tell you all about it.